Awesome. Well, I'm excited to be here with everybody and to chat all things creative. I'm a Motion user for a long time, so this is an honor to be here alongside some awesome names. So, when I think about paid media today, creative is obviously one of the biggest things that ties into paid media. And, the way that media consumption is shifted, no one is really finding accounts and finding brands or finding influencers. These accounts are basically now finding users. And based on this, these platforms use zero, first, second, and third party data, which if you don't know the difference, zero party data are like adjectives to you as a person. First party data is customer data or first party data that you own. Second party data is data that Facebook might buy from Oracle, credit card data, things like that. And then third party data is data they gather from other data sources. So, all these platforms used zero, first, second, and third party data to then decide what content they're going to show you, both organic and also on the paid side. And honestly, one of the things that, really hit home last year that was big was when everybody starts pulling dollars back in terms of where they're investing on creative or agency partners or whatnot. The people who succeeded the best were the ones who could maximize how well they created content made for the For You feed. And from there, once you're good at mastering the For You feed, then you can pretty much crush everything on the paid side. One of the things that I believe to be true is that creative is now the new targeting. We've probably all heard this before. And, these are just ads that are examples of showing how we are then, finding people through the creative. So, as much first party as we can bring into these ad platforms is what we need to do, whether it's pixels, whether it's customer lists, whether it's buying data. The more traffic and purchase and other event data that you can put into your pixels, the better that their targeting gets and their refinement gets. And you just need to develop a great practice around high volume creative output, because the more you test, the more you will basically be able to find new audiences and find new customers and find winners at scale. In most ad accounts, it's only about 10 to 25% of creatives you input end up finding scale. And so you just need to be testing more and more and more. The worst thing is when, I'll go into an ad account and see that 2 pieces of ad creative are driving the entire ad account spend. So how do you do this? Well, you need to build out a creative testing program within your ad platform. So whether it's YouTube, whether it's Facebook, whether it's honestly TV or TikTok, you want to build out a program where you are adding in, new creative on a weekly or every 2 weeks basis. And the way that I like to do this is I like to test going broad first, which again, back from a couple slides ago, that just means where the platforms think you're best positioned to win based on the data that they have. If not that, then lookalikes, and if not that, then interest-based groups. And once you find something that shows promise, or I usually look for 3 times your CPA target within the first few purchases before it starts to scale. Once you find that it's starting to scale, you port it over to your scaling campaigns and allow it to scale there. Then once you have all that, then you basically double down. Anything that you see is working, whether it's a graphic, whether it's a hook, whether it's a line of copy, you start replicating that in as many ways possible, and you see which other versions of that you can make win. A lot of times you'll see this happens on TikTok where, influencers, once they figure out a hook that works, they'll make every video start with that hook. It happens a lot with vloggers on TikTok. And the same thing goes here. Once you find a hook or a style or a format that works, double down on that and try to implement it in as many ways as possible. And that's it.
It's time to ship more winning creative with Motion's creative analytics platform that helps you scale winners into unicorns and helps you figure out where your ads might need just a little more help. Join over 2,100 teams shipping winning ads with Motion like Vuori, True Classic, HexClad, and more. Get a free VIP tour today, and you can see how Motion can help your creative strategists and your media buyers speak the same language.